Hello, in this video we are going to talk about unspecified verb in meta model, and this is a part of deletion in case of meta model. So what are unspecified verbs? Unspecified verbs are basically some information that you are missing out while communicating with other people. So the person may come ahead and say she is smart. So the interrupt here that you need to apply is how is she smart? Okay, what do you mean by she being smart? Is she good in maths? Is she good in chess? How is she smart? What do you mean when you say smart? Or the person can come ahead and say she hurt me. So my main intuition comes in and say, how did she hurt you? How specifically did she hurt you? This is an interrupt. You are trying to gather more information like how did she hurt you? Did she really hurt you or you felt hurt? Or the person may come ahead and say, I don't feel valued. My mindset will be like, what do you mean? What do you mean when you say you don't feel valued? What exactly do you mean? I don't understand what you're trying to say. Please be more verbose. The person may then go ahead and say like, I don't feel you hear me. Okay. I don't feel I am being listened to. Okay. Then I can answer no. Okay. Then I can say again, okay, I'm listening now. Is there something else you want to communicate regarding the same? If you're in a job scenario, you can, someone might come ahead and say to you, okay, we improve the process. So you can say like, what do you mean when you say that you improve the process? What exactly do you mean? I don't understand this. In what specific way did you improve the process? This can be really good when you are in a leadership position and you want to understand what's exactly happening in the scenario. In many cases, this verb modification can also be in continuous tense. For example, you might be saying he's hurting me. Okay, he has hurt you in the past, but you might still be saying like he's hurting me. So this is in a way a distortion. Okay, you have to interrupt yourself, your own mind, by saying that how is he hurting me or how did he hurt me? Okay, to understand specifically what that particular person said that may have hurt you. If you understand a lot about yourself, you can understand a lot about everything. Again, the same. If you understand enough about your mental state, you can understand enough about the other person's mental state. Without understanding your own mental state, you cannot understand the other person's mental state. At the same time, other person's mental state is, if you try to understand other person's mental state, if you project it back towards you, you can understand your own mental state as well. So everyone is important, everyone is connected in this particular way. But you can use NLP to understand your own mental state, get out of that depression, get out of that anxious scenario. Okay. Another thing that your parents may ask that, what did you learn in this particular course? You might go ahead and say, I learned a lot. The interrupt that the person can apply, your parents can apply is, what exactly do you mean when you say you learned a lot? We don't understand anything. Okay, what do you mean when you say you learned a lot? Okay, then you can go ahead and give more information. So here when we say learn, we are not giving too much information. The verb is not there, or more specifically, the adverbs are not there, because the word learn does not really communicate. Okay, when someone is spending money on something, they need to get value, they need to get information about that particular something. If your parents want you to learn something, okay, and they ask you what did you learn, if you just say you learned a lot, that doesn't communicate anything. So in a lot of scenario, especially in mental health scenario, it's important that you communicate completely. And if you are a therapist, it's important that you interrupt in the right way. You stop the person in the right way, in the right track. Wait. What do you mean when you say this? Okay. What do you mean when you say that person hurt you? How did they hurt you? What do you mean when you say you are feeling depressed? How specifically are you feeling depressed? Okay. What do you mean when you say you feel anxious around them? How do they really make you feel anxious? You understand what I'm trying? How exactly do they make you feel anxious? What do they do? Okay, so it's important to understand the scenario in which the person is feeling a certain thing. It's important to get them to figure out more information about that particular scenario. When the people are in the day-to-day life, most people that you come across as therapists won't be that conscious about themselves, or even about themselves, they don't know. And as Gurdjieff says, most people are sleepwalking through life. Okay, maybe you are also sleepwalking through life. So if you are a therapist, if you're trying to become a therapist, it's important you break that sleep pattern. You become conscious of your own self. You ask your own self, how specifically am I being anxious? How specifically am I being depressed? In what scenario am I feeling depressed? Again, chunk in and chunk out. Okay, to gather more information. If you have information, you will make the right decision. That's the basis of it. That was unspecified verbs. This is an important important technique within deletion in meta model. Very soon we will be moving into more advanced patterns in meta model. Okay, that was deletion in meta model. If you learned something from this video, if you did, please like this video, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. It's Yoga Mind Mastery and Veer Confidence. You can also reach out to me on the same handles on Instagram if you have any questions. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.